So in this session we will be soldering the ESC to the power distribution board. So before we start, what we have to do is we have to remove a small amount of this coating of the wire appropriately so we can solder it to the power distribution board. Once we have removed this, what we have to do is we have to put a bit of solder on it so that it sticks to the power distribution board much more easily. Similarly, we also have to put a bit of the solder on the power distribution board. So now we have put a small amount of solder on the power distribution. Similarly, we'll put a small amount of solder on the ESC's wires. So once this is done, as you can see, the positive and negative terminals are marked. So the red goes to the positive and the black goes to the negative. We hold it above the soldered part, above the soldering pad, and just hit it up. Be careful, sometimes the wire gets hot and it may burn your fingers, so keep that in mind. So now we are soldering the other wire. Once they are lightly attached, to make them a bit more shiny, you put a bit more solder on them. You can even use something like a plier or wire cutter to hold it down. So we attach the positive of this ESC, the red wire, to the positive of power distribution board. Just hold it up and apply a small amount of heat. Same with the negative wire. Hold it on top of the soldering bed and apply a small amount of it. Similarly, we do it with all other ESCs. So once we have soldered the ESCs to the power distribution board, we move to the next part, soldering the wires which will power the power distribution board. For this, we require connectors. So there are many type of connectors like XT30, like XT30, XT60, XT90. This is an XT90 connector. The selection of the connector depends on the power consumption of the drone. So this here is a female XT90 connector, whereas this here is a male XT90 connector. As you can see, XT90 connector. So now we'll be putting the male XT90 connector because the female XT90 connector is attached to the battery. For this, we'll require wire and the XT90 connector. See, according to the model, decide on appropriate length of the wire and cut the wire. It's always good to have a bit longer wire than a shorter wire. Similarly, we remove the silicone cover on top of the wires. On both sides. So before attaching it to the power distribution board, first we'll attach the XT90 connector to the wire. So just like how earlier we put a generous amount of solder on the power distribution board, we'll also put a generous amount of solder on the XT90 connector. Similarly, we'll put a small amount of solder on the wire. Once this is done, we attach the wire to the connector. And put a small amount of solder on top of it so that it sticks properly. Give it a tug to ensure that it's connected thoroughly, and repeat with the other side. Once this is done, we put something called a heat shrink on top of the connections to ensure there is no short circuit in the future. Cut an appropriate amount or size and slide it through the wire. On applying heat to this plastic material, it shrinks, hence the name heat shrink. So once this is done, it will look something like this. Once it is done, it will look something like this. So now we will be connecting this to the power distribution board. The positive and negative are marked on the HT60 connector. You can also say the flat side is positive whereas the non-flat side is negative. So appropriately we connect it to the power distribution board. So once this is done, we move on to the next step. In this segment, we'll see how to mount the motor on the arm of the drone. So as you can see, the shape of the grooves for the motor to be mounted is in a particular shape. Similarly, under the motor you can see there is a similar shape. So you can mount the motors in two ways, either like this with the wires outside or with the wires inside. We want the wires to be inside, so taking care the wires are inside, we align the grooves on the motor with the grooves on the arm. Once they are aligned, we take a screw and attach it to the or screw it to the motor. Don't screw it all the way. Align the second groove on the motor with the groove on the frame and insert the second screw. Once inserted, now that two screws are in place, screw all the screws into the grooves. Once done, it will look something like this. Now in this session we are going to mount the arms on the base plate. In our case, the base plate is the power distribution board to which we soldered the ESCs. While doing this, we have to take into consideration two things. First, the motors which move in the clockwise direction and the motors which move in the counterclockwise direction should be adjacent to each other, or we can also say the same. We can also say that the motors moving in the same direction should be opposite to each other. The silver cap indicates counterclockwise, the black cap indicates clockwise. So we mount it. The second thing to consider is while mounting the arm on the base plate, we should consider the two wires should pass through the hole provided in the arm. So positioning it like this, turn the base over and align it properly with the holes. Now take a screw and pass it through. Don't tighten the screw up. Before that, align the second hole and insert the screw. Tighten the screws properly. The silver counterclockwise motor goes to the opposite side. Now we connect the motors to the ESCs. Pass the wires through the holes in the frame. And connect it to the any three wires of the ESC. It doesn't matter to which wire you connect. In case the motor spins in the wrong direction, just change any two of these wires and the motor will spin in the opposite direction. Once the motors are attached, secure the ESCs with zip ties. Cut the excess. Now attach the top plate to the frame. Once the top plate is secured, we are going to mount the flight controller. Keep into consideration that the flight controller has a arrow indicating the front of the flight controller, which means to in whichever direction you mount will be considered as the front of the drone. This comes into picture when you are going to configure the drone, because the drone can be configured in two ways for a quadcopter, either the X configuration or the plus configuration. In case of the plus configuration, you will be mounting the flight controller in this manner, where it points at the motor, whereas in case of the X configuration, it will be pointed in between the motors. In our case, we are pointing it in between the two white arms, indicating the white arms as the forward and the red arms as the backward direction. Put a double-sided foam tape on the flight controller's bottom and attach it properly. Press properly so that it is secured.